getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
They'll line up for a second down play. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Third and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Looks as if he's going to run it. Went to the running game on third down and picked up 5, but still a couple of yards short. It's 4th and 2. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Crosses the 45. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
The Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Trucks through the... Just keeps moving. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They're trying to get to it. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Coming after it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And if at first you don't succeed, try again. The defense didn't get to the quarterback right away, but the QB kept holding on to it, and you see these defenders, they're trying to rally, they're getting up off the ground, and they're getting after the pursuit, trying to chase the quarterback, eventually get to him after he held the ball for longer than 5 seconds.
The misfire on the 49-yard field goal attempt sets him up with pretty good field position at the 32. The give to the back. He breaks a tackle. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He's got it again. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to...
And the blitz gets to him just like that. And how about this guy upholding that linebacker tradition of a Shaq Thompson or a Mason Foster?
And you think about those guys that can do a little bit of everything. They can play the run and be physical, but they have the athletic ability to play in coverage. Just versatile defenders.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Dropping back, it's Woods. He's going for it all. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. He'll try to take it back. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover. From hash to hash, you better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Runs through a tackle. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On the move. Keeps it and gets past the chains. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Huskies. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Handoff to the single back. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. Oh, look out! And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second and goal. He's going to the right looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frog!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's got it on the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what get the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
Trying to find his man on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interceptions.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
He's taking the shot. He's got it inside the 25. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
He's got his man, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Georgia somehow, some way found an edge between the hedges and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Bowls his way forward.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Still running at the 40. Oh, look out, there he goes. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Washington. And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum. And he makes the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond. Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking to throw, it's Woods. Trying to get to him. He's going to run it. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Off play action. Then as he throws, that pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Horned Frogs will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw. Got a man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll immediately call timeout.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback will audible. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. Coming out with it, it's Brady. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Horned Frogs will have a first down.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed, to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. And the Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. receiver failed to hook up. They'll try it again on second down. Back to throw, it's Woods. Finds his target down the middle. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Well, with his speed, they're going to keep blitzing him over and over because you'll get results like that right there. Kind of reminds you of Joe Kelly, a great linebacker at Washington in the 80s, or maybe Mason Foster as well. Those guys can go sideline to sideline, but they can also blitz. This guy can do it all.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down.
Timeout, Washington.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They take the lead with the 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
21, Washington, 14.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll come out throwing on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And that pass picked off. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41. First down here for the offense. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking for a crease to the left. On the move at the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
It's on target and complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The Horned Frogs line it up with a 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, TCU! On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
Washington, 14.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, TCU 28, Washington 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Running to the left. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Firing to the right, complete. Still on his feet at the 45. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Washington wants to go quickly. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope on. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And the ball is picked off. Bringing it back. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! How about that D coming up with a play like that? They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Arkansas delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Fayetteville. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to... throughout the SEC. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll leave it with him. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Fast motion from the offense. Looking to throw, it's Woods. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, TCU! And the beatdown has ensued. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
42, Washington, 14.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Yeah, and this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. And his second sack of the day. Nice. A lot more passing situations coming with this team down big.
He wants to pass it on second down. They're bringing heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He looks that one in nicely. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. The throw. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Motion from the offense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and then limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Throws to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
And that is no good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And
he uncorks one deep. And he'll make the catch at the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but a nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they take a knee on 4th down, having inflicted enough damage, and that ought to do it. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week. And that's what you've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play